Brothers and sisters, one of the healthiest things you can do for yourself is staying hydrated. And you know what I'm talking about. You go to your basketball game, football game, pro wrestling events, and suddenly you get a little parched. Well, one of the best ways that you can keep yourself safe is using Liquid IV. See, Liquid IV is a hydration stick that you can pour into 16 ounces of water and immediately get more efficiently hydrated than water alone. Okay? 12 delicious, refreshing flavors, all of your essential B vitamins, including B3, B5, B6, B12, even vitamin C. 3 times the electrolytes as traditional sports drinks. It's made with premium ingredients, non-GMO, free from gluten, dairy, soy, all that good stuff there. Listen, I'm telling you right now, folks, Liquid IV has changed my life. It's something that I use on a regular basis because I'm always on the go. I gotta stay hydrated. You gotta stay hydrated. Liquid IV has your back. It'll keep you exactly that way, hydrated. But don't just take my word for it. I want you to try it out. And because of that, if you head over to liquidiv.com right now, you can put anything that you want in your cart, and then at checkout, use the promo code Duke Loves Rasslin. No spaces in that now. Duke Loves Rasslin. Going to save you 20% on your entire order. That's how much I care about your hydration. That's how much I want you to check out Liquid IV. So what are you waiting for? Shop better hydration today. Visit liquidiv.com. That's right.
Locked in.
Look at what we have here, folks.
To the only show that matters.
The cream of the crop.
Duke Loves Rasslin.
And there is no one that does it better than
your hosts.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
The Duke.
And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Brothers and sisters, welcome back. Welcome back to another exciting edition of Duke Loves Rasslin. This is your main man, the Duke. And before we get started, I got to make sure that I cover myself. You know, I'm an award-winning podcaster now, and I have to put up some disclaimers in order to avoid any kind of issues, because this is highbrow stuff. This is professional stuff. I'm a media specialist, award-winning, even well before the podcasting game. So let me just get this out of the way, and then we can continue. Disclaimer right now from the one and only Mr. Jeremy Gomez.
Hello, kids. This is Mr. Jeremy Gomez, and I have a disclaimer out there to protect the award-winning Duke Loves Rasslin, Duke himself, from all the hate and animosity. To all my haters out there that have listened in the past and are listening in the present and maybe even in the future and are waiting to me to drop truth bombs on them. Haters, I release you. Spread your wings. Go hate elsewhere. I am out of the hate game. As my wife would say, I am here to spread cheeks, not hate. I release you. Go. The Hammerstones, the Idols, the Rudies, the haters of the world that love to hate me. You can buy my autobiography one day, but please, I love you all now. Go spread your wings. Be yourselves. Thrive. That was it. I did a voice and everything for you. Let's go. Let's get the show started.
Spread cheeks, not hate. You got to put that on a T-shirt or something, man.
And she has like a 10-second Instagram clip of her saying that. And it's got like 200,000 views or something. And she's monetized, so it made her money too. And it's like, that's the world now today, man. We live in, like, as content creators, we live in like 7 to 30-second clips.
Yeah, it's true.
That's how we do.
It's true.
No, I love my haters now. Thank you guys. You guys are amazing. You're champions and whatnot. One of you is like Billy Corgan's right-hand guy or some shit like that. And I even kind of like Rudy sometimes now. He's okay. So you guys go. Spread your love. Go.
Now listen, don't start this Rudy stuff, because you guys
He said something the other day and I was like, he agreed with me about something. I was like, okay, maybe he doesn't.
No, he agrees with you about a lot. You guys start talking your conservative bull jive, and it's all over. It's all downhill from there. You guys start talking that stuff.
I said I'm a Republican. I doubt I'm really a conservative. Am I really?
I don't think you're a Republican. I think you're way beyond that, bro. It's like, come on.
I don't have Republican money, so that would
Yeah,
be nice.
well,
I don't have Democrat money either, though. So
no, I don't have that. Listen, I'm
I
neither.
got independent money.
You, you know what the problem is with a guy like me, and this is where people have a really, really hard time. I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican, but I am a liberal. But I'm like, I'm so liberal that I make a seat at the table for everybody. And I don't understand when liberals got to a point where people can't come to the like we disagree, so you can't sit at my table. It's like, no, we're going to sit at the table and we're going to argue, and we're going to discuss, and then we're going to find the middle ground if it exists, and we're going to work on that. That's just my belief. And if it works or it doesn't work, you at least got to try because we're a society.
We're
You know
just
what I
older.
mean?
Like
Well,
when
that's it.
we were growing up and you were in a different party, it's like, cool. Well, we don't want to kill each other. That's stupid.
That's stupid.
Good. Isn't that for this is an unpopular opinion, but don't Americans beat up other countries, not each other? We had a whole war where we settled this already, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We fought. It was long. We threw punches, killed each other, fought, blah, 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 blah. Done. That was like a long time ago. Like, should go back. We're supposed to beat up other countries, guys. Sorry, other countries. Y'all know how it is. Sorry. You know, you had your opportunities to beat us up. You didn't. Some of you did. But don't beat up each other, guys. Beat up other countries. That's my take on it.
Well, it's no different from a
Or
family.
be nice to them.
It's no different from a family. We can argue with each other, but we also are supposed to protect each other from everybody else.
That's true. We're supposed to argue with each other until somebody talks shit about us, and then we all turn on them. See how we
That's
work?
it. That's it.
Y'all forgot that part.
I forgot that part. You forgot that part. So it's funny though, because like with a guy like Rudy, me and him will MF each other all day long, and then we'll be having a side conversation, joking around. No different from you and I. You know, we do the same thing. So I think you and him would be good friends if you actually spoke one on one.
Obviously, I'm very good looking, and he would love to be around that.
I would have clipped
Everybody listening is like, "Oh my god, his ego." I'm like, I don't believe that. I don't.
Yes, he does. Yes, he
no,
does.
I don't. No,
Listen,
I don't. Not anymore. Maybe like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, maybe when I was on stage.
No.
I was
Once you started shaking your junk all over the internet, that's the end of it, bro. The biggest ego trip. You made a couple of bucks off of shaking your junk on the internet. Yeah. Come on now. Let's call it.
And I did that on stage. It was just a microphone. There's no difference. Shit's normal.
Listen, I got a serious question for you, because in 2026, right?
Yes.
We are in a transition period as a society.
I'm not transitioning to anything, sir.
Are you? Well, hey, I got to ask.
Not yet.
You know,
no,
equal rights.
Not yet.
But we're in a transition period from a
bad motherfucker.
Right?
Nice.
From a content creation standpoint.
Yes.
We're either going to get it or we're not going to get it. And I feel like the Mavericks out there who are willing to take chances and learn, fail in the short term, but they learned something, so they're getting better over time, are the ones that are going to continue to lead the charge on everything, right? Yep. So when it comes to the OnlyFans thing, first and foremost, you're a promoter in general. You've done the food truck. First of all, you were a rock star, did the food trucks, pro wrestling. You're a promoter. So you understand the entertainment industry. You understand how to put out a product that people can consume and come back for more. Now you're venturing into the adult entertainment thing, OnlyFans. What is the state of that in 2026 going forward? Is this still something that people can get into from a content creation standpoint? Or if you're not on the OnlyFans train already, you probably missed the boat and you got to wait for the next big thing?
No, it's just more centered now around like the experience of. So like we still film things and we still film like porn and stuff like that, but that's not what really people want anymore, because there's so much of that. What they want is the experience behind like being more intimate with the porn person or the content creator. So it's more of like a OnlyFans now is more of like a girlfriend experience. Like you can chat with the people or our agents or whatever, and it's just it's people just want to know you on a more personal note. You know what I mean? Like stuff that's not they want your stuff that's not for everybody else. They want custom content. They want things like that. They don't want your mainstream stuff. They want the curtain behind it. It's kind of like being backstage. For lack of a better terms, it's like getting to meet the people backstage after a concert. It's like
Sure.
it's like your own personal backstage pass.
Sure.
Backdoor pass.
I know, right?
I
Double entendre there.
should have gone the first time. Anyways, that it's just more of a personalized experience, and everything stems from that. So it's like all the social media now is more of the fancy this, dressing up, doing content creator stuff, looking the part, looking like you're having fun all the time, going this and this and this. And the OnlyFans is like when you get home, the person behind that. Not like the complete you, but like a more personalized version. You getting to see things that everybody that isn't on your OnlyFans, what they don't get to see. So
That's fair.
That's kind of what it is. It's like pulling back the curtain a little bit.
What the hell is going on down there in your state with this sin tax BS? Are you familiar with that?
With the what? Oh, I just saw a headline about it yesterday. I didn't read it. Some dude put a bill forward or something like they're taxing OnlyFans or some shit like that.
50% is what they want to tax.
Yeah, that's never going to pass. This is in Florida, home of like where everybody's a content creator. Good luck.
Because that's the thing. Everyone will leave Florida if they pass that, right?
Yeah, they already try to do stuff all the time and then just gets repealed or it gets worked around or some shit like that. So I mean, I would just get a different IP, so then they wouldn't be taxing my money.
What do you think? Where do you think that comes from? Because it's not like, listen, everybody consumes some form of adult entertainment. Anyone who says they don't is a liar. Whether you're picking up the romance novels that are as graphic as anything you could have ever read in Playboy or Hustler or any of the old style magazines or what have you, or whether you're literally still, I guess, Spice Channel and things like that still exist. I didn't even realize this until recently.
It does.
They
It
still
does.
have those things, which is fat. Like all these websites, and yet you still have those things on cable TV and what have you. Why do you think?
I think they're just playing the part. I think they're just playing the part like it's their job. They're supposed to do this, or we're supposed to do stupid shit, and they just do it. And they're probably at home watching porn too.
Well, especially the goofballs that come to find out they got grinder profiles and they're cruising for people, but yet they when they're on TV, they're so against the immoral and this and that. It's like, come on.
Somewhere they're getting a kickback.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Come on, man.
Again, I'm Republican, but both parties, someone is getting a kickback somewhere. So if somebody's doing something like that, they're getting paid.
Yeah, that's fair.
Politics, they're getting paid. Somebody's getting paid somewhere. Somebody's making money somewhere off of it somewhere. Goddamn, I'm starting to sound like a fucking libertarian.
Yeah, you're leading that way now, buddy. Look at you.
Fuck government.
You're leading that way.
A little of it, because I don't want to do all the work.
How concerned are you with the continued evolution of AI as it relates to the content creation that you're doing right now? Because you're doing adult entertainment right now, and AI is getting better and better at creating stuff, right?
I just mentioned, I mentioned this before to you and other people. I was just talking to Candy last night. We were watching something, and it was AI, and I'm like, I'm already so sick of AI, and I've always held that, like, when you watch AI, everybody's perfect. Everything's trying to be perfect and shit. I still hold firm that the real people doing it are going to become more of a commodity, hence it'll just make us more money. Like, yeah, you can have a robot, but the authentic thing is rare. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, getting to be an older age, who's to say that me and Candy aren't going to, because we've already been asked if we want to digitize ourselves, by the way. Which means that we would have to do less of our own stuff online. But who knows that when we're 15 or 10 or 15 years older, we're not going to be able to keep up doing all this stuff. Who's to say we don't want a younger digitized version of ourselves keeping our money flowing when we're too old to do it?
Okay. Hold on. Don't go anywhere on that now. I want to stay there for a second. And let me preface this. I'm not asking you for the specifics of whatever proposal has been put before you. So feel free to speak from a general standpoint, but what do you mean about digitizing yourselves and younger versions and all that. Because really, for everybody out there listening, I want to make sure that they're clear on where this technology is going. What do you mean by that?
Let me explain how the social media works first off. The reason when you're on Instagram, you see the same girl 400 times, it's not because she's that well seen. It's because she has 20 different Instagram pages feeding back to one single Instagram page. So when you digitize yourself, you can make another Instagram page with different content that's you, but you're not filming yourself. Then you have another Instagram page feeding to your main pages. So it's all these things are meant to feed back to OnlyFans. You have 20 pages. It takes up all the airtime. It takes up the algorithm. It feeds back to your pages. They all have your spicy links at the top, and it all feeds back to that. Same thing on Facebook. They have multiple pages. Same thing on Twitter. We all have multiple pages. If you then digitize yourself, not only are you making content yourself, but you're also over here making content yourself. See what I mean? The more people see things, the more it's stuck in their brain and the more they want to see you. You mention something to somebody once, it doesn't stick in their head. You mention something to somebody 7 times, it sticks in their head. If you have 14 pages feeding into somebody's brain, it sticks in their head. That's what social media is doing to us, guys. It is just cattle herding us into a corral, and then it makes us think what it wants us to think. And that's the sex industry. Hate to tell you this. If you don't know this, I'm sorry that I pulled the curtain back that far, but just I've known that porn is an act in an industry since I was young enough to watch porn. So I just assume everybody else does. So sorry if I ruined y'all's childhood or in any way, but that's what it is. So they digitize you. Look, guys, a lot of those girls that you're watching on Instagram and giving your money to aren't even real girls. So just pay attention.
Whoa.
A lot of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Now don't get me wrong. There are a lot of girls out there that are like, we haven't digitized ourselves yet. We might one day, but we haven't. I guarantee it would save us some work. But there's a lot of girls out there that are doing 40 pages of actual original content on all 40 of their pages. I mean, if they can do that and they can afford to do that and it's their full-time job and they've got it like that, then they are doing it. But some people can't. So they have to do it this way. You know what I mean?
So essentially the porn industry, in terms of human beings legitimately doing this stuff, 10 years from now, the niche will be real people. Because like you said, the digitized stuff will be the thing. Wow.
Yeah, because everybody's already going to digitize shit. Like just yesterday, Matthew McConaughey trademarked all right.
Yep.
Just because he didn't want people to use it, as AI. But because, even the actors see it coming. They're going to be using people,
Wow.
And that's the way it is. So, but yeah, I do firmly believe that the real thing, like anything else, the real thing ends up being rare and costs more money. What costs more? Going to an English oak store and getting furniture, or going to Rooms to Go? Because one's real and put together by hand and nice, and the other one's prefab, hence cheaper. Prefab is always going to be cheaper. Prefab is always going to be widely used, whereas the rare handmade stuff or the real stuff is always going to be rare and more expensive and sought after. Period.
This is the thing. I know some people are listening right now and they're like, Duke, what you keep doing these porn conversations and what have you, and what the hell? And it's like, look,
it's just a microcosm for life.
Exactly. And the reality of content creation is that porn is usually the first. Yeah. That industry are the pioneers of what's to come.
3D, I'm sorry, not 3D, 4D videos, HD videos, high def. Yeah, guess who was first?
I even think even the whole first. The concept of paying for stuff online with a credit card. You know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. I think porn was at the forefront of that too.
Probably naked.com or something like that.
Yeah, dude. So it's if you're telling me that right now you could digitize yourself and then scenes can be created.
Yeah, be kicking up reels for Facebook. When we get off later, I'll send you a link to the same girl with 2 different pages who even jokes now that her AI version is making more money than her real version.
Incredible. And I believe that because like you said, it's perfect. You know what I mean? A person from day to day is not always going to look perfect. Yep. So, but that digitized version is always going to be exactly what you need it to be. You
Some
know,
of our now it wasn't fully digitized; it was just AI. But some of our fans this past Halloween might have noticed that Milfy, my wife, uh, turned into a vampire. That was AI. I don't know if you
no
guys knew.
way, no way. I don't
Wasn't
believe
it?
it.
She's not a daywalker. Wesley Snipes is still the only daywalker. Sorry,
But here's where this is
best.
going though, because in the music industry they're having this problem right now where it's like, do we allow AI generated music to compete with
I don't know, man.
real
Some of those
person
songs
music?
are great. Some of
Yeah,
those,
but they have to be great. Why wouldn't they be
man.
great? Right?
Well, obviously,
They're
you're
the
a super
perfect version of everything, right? Yeah, you know. But 10 years from now, folks, you're not going to be listening to real people having podcast conversations because AI is going to figure out what people want to hear the most in every single genre, and they're just going to create it. It's not going to be real, but you're going to listen to it because it's going to be compelling. It's going to be something that we want to hear. You
Yeah, still
know?
won't be as much emotion involved though.
Fair.
Emotion drives art until they figure out a real way to emotion chip data that thing up. But that's just my opinion.
No, dude,
It
this is great.
doesn't have
This is
heart.
really
It's never
insightful.
going to be awesome. Art has to have heart.
This It has to have heart, and I guess that's where once we lose that, then because I'm a sci-fi guy. I don't know if you into sci-fi.
I love sci-fi. I firmly believe that I'm going to be a space pirate one day after uploading my brain somewhere else. Trust me. No, I'm just kidding
Okay.
about that. But no, I'm
Well,
into sci-fi. See, I could just make that up. That was great. Yeah, I love it, man. But
well, listen,
sci-fi always ends up being real. It's scary.
well, that's the problem, and I'm one of those people that I truly believe I will live long enough to actually visit other planets. And I don't know what that looks like. I don't know what it's going to take for that to happen, but I know that I'm going to experience that. And because of that, I pay attention to a lot of that sci-fi stuff because like you said, it ends up becoming real.
Yeah, we'll
Dude,
probably be able to upload our brains or our consciousness into a fucking. Okay, listen, okay, if we are able to upload our brains and our consciousness into a computer, I definitely will be a space pirate one day. Count on it. Thank you.
why do you have to be a pirate though? Why can't you be like the guy that saves the universe or something? Like what the hell is going on
Well,
here?
the good or bad of a pirate was all relative anyways to who you were working for. Privateers were pirates and they worked for the American government and they were good, whereas pirates were just old privateers that didn't want to work for governments anymore and they were considered bad. But if you were a pirate, you thought the privateers were bad. Get it? That's just all relative, man. Come on.
It
I just
depends
want to roll through
on
the
whose
galaxy,
perspective. Yeah.
on my ship, and then steal things from people, because I'm a robot and I have no morality anymore at that point. Get it?
No, I get it. I get it. Have you ever seen any of those shows on Apple Plus TV or Apple TV
I haven't
Plus?
had. I canceled Apple TV Plus the second Monarch stopped, and I will start it again probably next week as soon as Monarch starts again. So other than
Okay.
that, because you can watch all of Apple TV shows in like 1 week.
Well, yeah, of course you can because they don't have that much content, so that's fair.
No, it's like the
That's
Mars show, the fucking Monarch show, Singalamaduni with fucking Keegan Michael King, which was excellent, and just like what 2 other shows. The one with the
Well,
one
no.
with the robot and fucking and shipwrecked guy. That's it. Forrest Gump.
Well,
There's only, like,
well, hold on.
10 shows.
The reason why I asked you, Invasion. Have you ever seen that show, Invasion?
Yes. Hell yeah.
Okay.
Like 2 days.
In my opinion,
We're talking about the Invasion from Apple TV, not Invasion that came on after Lost.
Yeah, not that one. No, we're talking
All right.
Apple TV.
All right.
In my
All right.
opinion, that is the most well done version of what would happen if aliens invaded Earth. I just it feels so real and so plausible the way that everything happens, the way people react, and how it is fascinating to see how quickly society will break down if that were to happen.
Brother. Quick.
We're
already breaking down and the aliens aren't even like out yet.
Yeah, that's the thing, bro. It's like, dude, we can't even not hurt each other. So
Nope.
so what's going to happen? And then you think about the people that are going to be empathetic to the alien cause. So they're going to turn on their fellow humans.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yeah. This is why I've told you this before. This is why I want to move out to the middle of nowhere one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, It's not because I'm scared of aliens or monsters. It's because I'm scared of other people.
Yeah.
Crazy.
People always talk about these lost tribes, and it's like they're not lost, bro.
They're staying away.
They're staying away from us.
Why would they see a drone? They try to take it down. They're like, no. We heard about you guys. Get out of here.
Yeah. We don't want to have anything to do with what you got going on.
They know all about our stuff. They're just like, no, we don't want Amazon here. We don't want Zuck. We got one Samsung TV. That's enough. Get out of here.
Yeah, and you know what happens as soon as we introduce them to modern society, what we call modern society, that first generation that gets introduced, they generally don't live long, and there's a reason for that. So what does that tell you?
It's like Rumspringer, man. Rumspringer destroys people, and that's exactly what that is.
Yeah.
Let him. Yeah. Like, give the Amish person one day in regular society, and that's it. It destroys them. So
destroys them. Completely destroys them, and everything that used to matter doesn't matter anymore, and that's scary. It's just and here
I am. It's not like I'm helping. I'm born. So.
Well, I think you are helping because at least you're providing something that can give people an escape for even if it's for 2 minutes. That's still that 2 minutes might be the difference between making it another day or not. And I think that's important.
It lasts a little longer than 2 minutes. I appreciate that.
Well, don't give yourself too much credit there, Big Shot. You
Thank you all for being quick. Right. Yeah.
So tell me, man.
I have aspirations.
Have you been recognized out in public yet? Where it's like, I've seen you junk, and has that happened yet?
No, because like the people that we know that we do it. So no, like everybody I work with at my normal job knows. So like it's just like I guess because we were so fucking normal about it. Like we didn't hide it or anything. Like, as you know, we let everybody know. We're not liars. Like we don't like to hide shit. So no, we haven't. And that's not to say that she hasn't been recognized. Guys are kind of intimidated, so they don't like run up and say anything unless you're like at a convention or something like that. But no, it's just been really normal. Like very, very fucking normal.
Ooh, conventions.
You hear that big beep from my computer?
I heard that.
Yeah.
I heard that.
Yeah.
Conventions. Let's talk about conventions because is there a space for what you're doing at modern conventions, or do you have to build that out yourself?
Oh, they have entire porn conventions and adult entertainer conventions, and like the next one I think is in August is oh goodness, what's the one in St. Pete? It's Fetish Con, stuff like that. So that's basically the adult industry world of conventions.
Yeah, but brother, you guys are doing independent stuff. You're not Vivid Entertainment. I don't even know if Vivid still exists, but you're not one of those things. You know what I mean? Like you guys are.
They do.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing though. The conventions have now gone to they're like half social media now.
Got it.
Like there's because all the actual contracted porn stars all do OnlyFans and all of that too, so they can't exclude it anymore because they make more money on OnlyFans than they do making porn.
Wow. What is that? Like how is that even possible, bro?
Because again, you see 100% MILFy on Pornhub. You see 100% hubby on Pornhub. On OnlyFans, you see 50% real us. It's almost like reality, So you can go on Pornhub and watch people all day, but it's the same thing from it's the same thing. Everything on Pornhub is exactly the same thing. I mean, they're doing different shit. So what, dude? So are 700 other people that just posted. So Pornhub is only XXX, 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 XXX. Even the reality is XXX, 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 XXX. And again, when you're on OnlyFans, it's reality. It's not just straight XXX. You can actually talk to people. You can actually Any porn star in the world right now, you can go to their OnlyFans page and probably actually have a real conversation with them if you pay them. Can't do that.
That's interesting.
You know,
That's interesting because what's the girl's name who's made a bunch of money off of OnlyFans? She's like the number one person. I think she made like $19 million. At least that's what they claim. Sophie Rain. Is that her
Rihanna.
name? No,
Sophie
not
Rain,
who?
yeah. Rihanna's got an OnlyFans page. They all do. All the celebrities have OnlyFans pages too.
Wait, the singer Rihanna has an OnlyFans page?
I don't know if she still has it, but she used to have one. They just put like freaking normal fucking lingerie pics and shit up, and people buy them, or what a celebrity calls a risque pic, and people buy them.
I never knew that she had one. That's fascinating. Okay. But
Like
Sophie
Paige Van Zandt has an OnlyFans page.
well, yeah, that's a little different. That's a little different there because she's going all the way for it, brother.
Champion. Everybody does, dude.
Punching people in the face ain't paying the bills, man.
I'm surprised you don't have a Duke Loves OnlyFans page on OnlyFans just for your fucking show.
You know what? I might have to do it at the way things are going because
Don't
who
forget,
wants to miss out?
OnlyFans has normal stuff too. Like there's cooking shows on OnlyFans. Like OnlyFans isn't just porn. OnlyFans has like everything. Fishing shows, real estate, frickin' like everything.
This is the problem that YouTube is having now. Because YouTube did such a great job of being the place for everything, now these businesses are starting to replicate that because YouTube hasn't figured out how to hold on to everybody.
Well, let me tell you something about YouTube since you bring it up. I've noticed something in the past 2 months on YouTube that I have never noticed before. And it started on Creature Features, which is one of my favorite shows. And it's like spreading out. I don't know if you've noticed, but in the past like 2 months, there are a lot of titties on YouTube. Have you noticed this?
Yes.
You didn't notice this a couple months ago, did you? Ever?
No way.
In fact, I know this because I had to on my ASMR channel. I do a stupid little like Elvira Creature Feature style fucking me and Candy talking over movies, and one of them is Night of the Living Dead, and I had to literally blot out the 2 titties on Night of the Living Dead in black and white just so we didn't get pulled off of YouTube. And now they're starting to be all over the place. So YouTube is slowly and this is probably why they just put the child protections on them. YouTube is slowly changing to guess what? They're going to start allowing nudity and more sexy stuff on it. So don't be confused by them putting the new children's protections and shit. There's always a reason, guys. There's always a reason for shit. It's never the fucking happy, nice reason. It's always the money. So
what's so interesting about that you just said that, and I'm going to say this to reinforce what you just said. I know you already know this, so I'm speaking to the folks who don't necessarily do content creation. YouTube will ask you over and over again, is your content made for kids?
Yep.
They literally ask you that, and they will penalize you. If you say your content is made for kids, they're going to add a significant amount of scrutiny to it to make sure there's nothing adult in there because they've been
100%.
sued so many times, right?
Yep.
So it's interesting, like you said, though. I've noticed that they've ramped that up, and I get every time my show goes up on YouTube, anything that I put out from Duke Loves Rasslin, I get asked that question twice.
You got right underneath it is 18 up. Do you want to put the 18 up sticker on? It's right underneath.
There it is. There it is. There it is. Yeah, that's a good point, bro. Porn on YouTube? Oh my god!
I don't know if it's gonna be porn on YouTube, but like I forget what movie I was watching the other day. Oh god, it was a 70s freaking creature movie, but it wasn't Creature Features on one of the other channels. But like, dude, there's a girl there with her titties out, shaking her titties in her hands, like bounce, 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 bounce. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, it bothers me. I'm like, but we couldn't do it. And in my mind, sorry, parents out there, but in my mind, I'm like, whoa, are we going to be able to start putting more of our content on YouTube? Like Milfy has a YouTube channel, but we can only put our reels on it, the same thing we put on Instagram and Facebook. If we were able to start putting some of our more risque stuff, we make a whole lot more money real quick because we'd have even more people going to our OnlyFans page.
Sure, because YouTube is the number one channel. I mean, that site, there's more. Listen, I was thinking about this the other day. I watch YouTube every single solitary day. Never fails. Every day.
I watch more shows on YouTube now than I watch on regular TV.
Same.
Yep.
Same.
be it
That's a
Y-Files
fact.
or be it frickin' Creature Feature or just random shit. There's, like I said before we logged on today, I had to turn YouTube off on like 3 or 4 TVs.
He literally said that to me. He was like,
Yeah,
it's on in 5 or 6 different places. I got to
I
turn it
even
all
have
off.
YouTube on just playing like a background pretty thing on one of the TVs, just nature.
Yeah, that's legit.
So, you
That's
know,
legit, man. You
yeah.
know, and I people talk about doom scrolling and all that stuff, and I'm not trying to invalidate anybody else's life or experiences, but for me, that's not a reality, man. Here's the point: if I can get these pockets, these moments in my day where I can shut off the world and just find something that entertains me and possibly educate me, no matter what the subject is, then I have to do that. Like that's therapy, bro. You know what I'm saying? So the kid who's hugging the dog and the dog is like really attached to the kid. I can watch 2 minutes of that, and then I can go and see a guy push a guy down at a Bruins game, and the guy fall over, and I'm like, yeah, he got what he deserved, or oh, that was terrible, or whatever. And then the next thing is a music video. It's all there in one place. It's like,
Yeah.
it's all
And
there.
as a producer and somebody that films so much, for me, it's like it's like when I watch wrestling. Like I rarely watch wrestling anymore to watch the wrestling. Well, now more so that I don't have the wrestling company anymore. I used to just watch it for like, oh, look at that lighting. Oh, look how they did that cut. Oh, look at how
Sure.
this. Look. So as a content creator, I like to watch a lot of stuff, just not to copy because I don't. I've actually closed. I have stopped shows myself that other people started doing that I started just because I don't want to do the same thing as them. But you can always learn something from the way somebody films something or the way some lighting is on something. You can always. So I look at things now not only for the info but just to see how it's done. So,
Yeah.
but so
Yeah.
YouTube's amazing for that. You can get a lot of info on how to do things. And on top of that, you can get a lot of info on how to do things.
Of course, literally
So
anything,
it's all.
anything
If
and
I had
everything.
this, if I had this when I was a kid, granted we were built different than the kids today. Man, I would have. There would have been a lot of things I could have done different if I had that kind of knowledge at my
Well, you'd be
fingertips.
a pirate in space right now. That's it. You
One day,
you know.
Elon, you better watch out. I'm coming for you one day. You know where the
Oh, I
money's
got to
going to
ask
be,
you this.
Elon.
I got to ask you this because
Sure.
first of all, Gomez, we done ventured off into like fucking Joe Rogan space now, where we're just talking about anything and everything. Like we're people are
Oh, wait,
eavesdropping on
you're
the
Joe Rogan
conversation now.
Jesus
Yeah, that's it.
Christ. Okay.
That's it. We're
All
there.
right.
So you need to get that psychedelic honey so we can take spoonfuls of that and just figure it out. You know what I mean?
Oh,
We're all in that space.
What's
What's
his
that?
name? Oh my God. And I love I watched Rogan and the show with the guy that brought the honey. I can never remember the guy's. Oh my, what best food show. Goodness, I
Yes.
forgot his name now.
Yes.
It's one of my favorite shows to watch. I never remember his damn name.
Dude, that
Wow,
honey
that's weird.
thing
Anyway,
fascinates me. It fascinates me to see people take that stuff.
you should see the episode where he went and got the honey. It was wild.
I did
The best
watch
food
that.
show. It was wild, man. It's awesome.
It's that
Rogan,
type of stuff.
Rogan was
I
a
love
bit
it.
of-
Yeah,
He could
of
have had
course
2
he is.
spoonfuls. Go ahead.
Well,
Since we
and that's
ventured
the
off,
thing.
go for it. Let's see.
Yeah. Let me get to this though, because the honey thing is fascinating. First of all, I'm too chicken. I would not try it because I don't know if I'd ever come back. So I don't even want to mess with it. I'm not built like that. But I'll watch somebody else do it and observe how they, what happens. Like what's the big guy's name that he always has on? The guy he's like half Spanish, half Italian. The funny guy, Joey something or other, and he's always wasted. What's his name? You know who I'm talking about.
Oh, good. No, I don't actually.
He calls
I'm
Joe
not
Rogan
cry-
Joe
I don't
Rogan all the time. He's like, well, Joe Rogan, you know Joe Rogan, Joe Rogan. He's like a comedian too. He's hilarious, but he's like nuts.
The guy with the pushes his hair back now and he has the mustache. And he's from New York and he wears the jumpsuit most of the time.
Yes, that guy.
He's doing bigger comedy shows now that are starting to be on the specials and stuff. I forget his
guy.
name, but I know exactly who the hell you're
You
talking.
know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, that guy cracks me up too.
I know
'Cause
exactly who you're talking about.
He'll be tripping balls, bro. And the thing about him is that it's basically his life, so he can handle it. But when he gives somebody else what he takes, and they're just all over the place, and it's like, dude, I'm back in college just watching people melt away. Like this is fucking crazy, But I wanted to ask you about the attack on the marijuana industry. Um, we're in a situation right now where they're trying to roll back the milligram standards. Right now,
Right.
you can get 5 milligrams, 10 milligrams, what have you. They want to cap it at what is it? It's below 4 milligrams. They want to keep it somewhere between 2.5 and 3.5 milligrams per piece. Like if you're talking gummies and things like that, that will kill the industry considering how much product already is out there and the
Yeah, it'll just
difficulty
bring
of,
back the street dealers.
well, that's the problem, right? The street pharmacist is about to be back up, right?
I mean, yeah, but then that won't last very long, and they'll figure out. They're just, brother. It's always about control, man. You know that.
Yep.
And once they give you a little, then they take it away, and then you're in their hands. So that's how I look at it. But I'm not so much worried about the milligrams. I'm worried about them trying to like cap the level of THC because, like, dude, like you've got a whole generation of people that well, I'm prescribed. So, but if you cut me back from 30% THC to 2% THC, man, the money I would have to spend to get that same level of relaxation is just ridiculous. And
Well,
again, it's just
you're
all
going
a
to have
matter of
to switch
control.
over to harder stuff. You're not going to do it. And that's the problem. So it's like,
Yeah,
wait, you
go
want
back to the
drug
street
addicts,
guy.
huh? Yeah. Well, that too. That
They
too. But it's
they
like, come on.
they always want they always want the level of control over people, man. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's weed, cocaine, crack from the '80s. They just want to hook people on something and then make them want more. That's it's
Yeah.
it's, it's always Rome, man. It always comes back to Rome all over again.
It's
It's great
true,
for a
man.
little while, and then it will fall. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
it's just I don't know. It's the fact that it's probably just because the jails are starting to empty out. You know how it is, and those are
Yep.
private funded organizations. It's again it goes back to the dollar, man. But if they cut it back, it's just going to go back to street dealers. They're never going to stop it. They've been trying to stop it since 1947 or something like that.
And it's never been more popular
Is
than
what
it
it
is
is.
today. So that's the irony of
Yeah.
that. You know, that's
It's going to be
crazy.
real popular when people start running out of cocaine too.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Good point.
we're going to need
Good
something.
point. I went to a local here in Massachusetts. We actually it's legal recreational
Yeah.
marijuana. So we can
Yes,
get
sir.
it now. What's weird about it is that although it's legal to purchase, you can't actually smoke in public. Number one, you're not supposed to consume it in
Right.
public. And you can't be in parks and places like that. And there aren't really bars. There's only one place that I know of in the entire Commonwealth right now where it actually is a place where you can sit down and consume, um, in that regard. But I went to a dab bar that a local shop had. So you could come and you could try samples and things like that, right? And while there, I got two samples of joints, and I don't smoke. So I'm like, damn it, what am I going to do about this? Because I don't want to smoke. I don't want to smell like weed and all that other stuff. I'm an edibles guy and what have you.
That's
And it
right.
doesn't take much for me. So I said, I'm gonna reach out to the person who I know is an expert on this shit. And I'm like, Gomez, I got two joints. I think I want to make a tea out of it. I want to see if I can drink it. How do
We
I
told
do
you
it?
to
What do I have to do?
we told you to decarboxylate it first.
And
Yeah.
you use that fucking word that I can't pronounce. And I was like, oh, what is that?
Just say decarb next time. People know what you mean. Say decarb. Decarboxylate. Flour is you've got to release the THC in flour, so you got to cook it at a certain temperature first to release the THC molecules, and then you can consume it. I mean, you can consume it the other way. It's not going to work as much, and it's going to take forever. But yeah, you have to decarboxylate things before you cook with them. Don't take your product, don't take flour, and just throw it into food and start cooking with it. You have to decarboxylate
No.
it first, or you're just wasting your money. But yeah, I remember this
Yep.
conversation. How did it work for you? Did you drink it all?
Well, this is what I'm getting
That's
at.
right. It was.
So what's that?
I was going to let you finish. I remember now.
So I broke it down and it was sticky, but I was able to spread it out and all that good stuff. And I baked it. I think I baked it for about 15 minutes. How long did you tell me to put it in for?
Right. About 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, about 15, 20 minutes. So I followed the direction like you said. So I did that. And then because I had cheesecloth, so I used the cheesecloth and I put it all in there, and I filled up the pot of water, and I just fucking let that thing brew for about an hour, and then I flavored it. So you put your honey in there, and I put some cinnamon, maybe a little ginger or whatever. But brother, I didn't even drink it hot. I actually made an iced tea out of it. You're drinking this thing and you could taste that it is what it is. So that's first of all, right? You could taste it. It is what it is. Toasting it like I did make the place smell like weed, but it didn't last. So I toasted it for 15, 20 minutes, and within less than 10 minutes after that, the smell was gone. So that was good. Man, let me tell you something. I had never been so out of this planet like that. It was strong. It was only 2 joints. Like if you would have smoked those 2 things, you'd be high for a little while and then it'd be done, brother. I slept so hard after having 2 glasses of that stuff. I was like, whoa, that's the damn secret right there, bro. Wow.
Here's the thing. When you're smoking it, same in a joint, a bowl, a bong, anything like that, when you're smoking it, you're also not decarboxylating. You're just straight burning it. All right. When you're doing a dab, the dabbing itself is decarboxylated. As soon as the dab hits the nail or goes in the little thing, that's decarboxylated. So dabbing is more like releasing the THC, like when you cook it. Smoking, you're just straight smoking it. So you're getting actually less THC out of it because you're burning a lot of the THC off. That's the difference. That's why dabs are so strong. Also, they're concentrated, but that's why they're so strong.
Tell everybody what a dab is, please.
Dab is just rendered down oil. It's either pressed or pulled out of the weed. It's the actual oils that are inside the weed, and you're pulling out, including the THC oil. So you're either pressing it out with a little heat and pressure, or you're pulling it out through means of a complicated means that I'm not going to get into right now because we could do a whole show on that.
Sure.
Dabs are actually pressing or pulling the essence out of the weed, whereas when you smoke weed, you're burning the matter, the THC, and everything else involved with it. So dabs are actually a safer way of smoking. Not that smoking anything is safe, but it's better for you, and also it's more concentrated. So guess what? You're probably gonna get a little and like I said, you're already decarboxylated. So as soon as it hits your lungs, it's working. Also, guys, if you're sitting there trying to hold in dab hits, don't do that. It's decarboxylated. Inhale, exhale. You're done. You're good.
Yeah.
We hold in smoke. We hold in joints and bowls. We don't hold in dabs.
No, that's a whole different world. The easiest way to make sense of it for anyone out there who's really just lost, unfamiliar, think about an orange. The oils in the orange peel will give you the strongest orange flavor, which is why when you're making orange flavored anything, it's really peel. You don't really need the juice so much as you need the peel to get the oils off of that. Am I saying that right, Gomez? Because you're a food guy too.
The oils are everything. Oils is where oil is usually where flavor and smell is kept.
Bingo.
And also most of the medicinal properties of almost everything. Everything else is just matter. Big difference between matter and what's the useful part of it. The matter in it is basically what makes it a tangible thing. You can pick something up because it's matter. So, which is a weird thing to say because even oil is made of its own matter, but you get the point.
This is the interesting thing about it. We talked about content creation, we talked about porn, we talked about wrestling, we talked about music. We're talking about YouTube. We talked about marijuana legislation, use.
I'm pretty hyper. I talk a lot of shit. I'm pretty hyper, but hey, Jeremy went to school and was educated. I just like to be stupid. Don't conflict the two. Come on.
What do we call that? Organized chaos.
It's not my job to be an intellectual. It's my job to be an entertainer. So, there's some normalness in me somewhere. There's some book smarts in there.
And listen, Joe Rogan, if you want Jeremy Gomez on your show, Joe Rogan, You better throw in a T-shirt or something for me, man, because I don't want to hear that. He's probably listening to this now and be like, "Wow, I got to get this guy. He's the one." You know,
Joe, do an episode of an ordinary, everyday schlum from fucking Tampa Bay that likes to get high and goof around all day, brother. We'll get some ratings, man. We'll get some ratings.
yeah,
Talk
get
about
more
your
than
leg
some.
kicks.
Talk about your leg kicks.
It'd be like, yeah, we can talk about. Honestly, I would just go in there and I'd be like, "Hey, so Joe, when this person was in, what were they like? When this person was in, what were they like? Joe,
Yeah.
this person in, what were they like?"
No, you know what you do? You gotta bring the stuff so that he can get a little lit up first, and then you get into it, because when he's coasting, he's something else, man.
He's in Austin, man. He gets better stuff. We do here. We're in Tampa. He's in Austin. He needs to bring the stuff.
Good point.
Mr. Number One show on whatever you're on now. You're paying for it.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You know what's funny about him though? The reason why the Joe Rogan thing works is exactly that, because there's such a diversity in subject matter, not only from episode to episode, but from moment to moment. No different from what you and I are doing right now. That I think people just like hearing interesting conversation.
Yeah, you just choose the shit, man.
Yeah.
Just a normal dude asking stupid questions, sometimes awesome questions, sometimes stupid questions. You're just chewing the shit. Things don't have to be always structured to be entertaining, man. Sometimes less structure can be more entertaining. Sometimes a lot of structure can be entertaining. But he just, that show, he's done structure and everything else he's ever been in. That show's like structure with lack of.
Yep. But you know what? Real conversation is not structured.
Right. Exactly. It flows.
I'm going to hit you up and ask you one question about something, but then we're going to talk about a whole bunch of other shit. That's just the way it is. You know what I mean? That's real.
We've been doing it for 49 minutes, I think, already.
yeah, literally. We didn't cover the gamut here. For anyone out there who is considering doing the OnlyFans thing, and think about yourself when you were at the beginning of the journey over a year ago. What's the one piece of advice that you can give that you wish somebody gave to you before you started?
Less is more, and don't undervalue yourself. Like when we started, we weren't charging enough at all. In fact, when we started, our OnlyFans was free and you had to pay for everything. Now our OnlyFans, you have to pay for the luxury of paying for more. No, with a lot less free stuff. But we used to, when we were early in the business, we were giving out way too much. But to be fair, there was a method behind it. The method was, all right, give, free stuff for about a year. And then at about the year part, we start scaling that back, where if you want to see this stuff, you're going to have to start paying for it. And it was undervaluing ourselves. Like when we started, a video of us for 30 minutes might have been $5, or something like that. Now a video of us for 7 minutes is probably more like $60 or $80. Big, huge difference. We just don't undervalue yourself, because number one, when you undervalue yourself, if people see your OnlyFans is $2 or $3, or what's the minimum, $3.99, they probably expect a $3.99 model. I hate to tell you that. I'm not shitting on anybody, but if you go out and see a $500 car and a $500,000 car, which one do you think is nicer? So it's don't undervalue yourself. Don't charge small amounts. Charge what you're worth, and you're worth a lot. Doesn't matter who you are, you're worth a lot. So don't sell yourself for nothing. Don't nickel and dime people. If they see the value in something, they're going to pay the value in something. That's pretty much it. Don't undervalue. You're worth more than you think you are. Charge more.
Solid.
Also, it's a business. That time. You're there to make money. Charge more.
Yeah, why not? They'll pay.
McDonald's is giving $10 for a fake burger patty. It is what it is.
I was going to say to you, now hold on a second, be fair, but then I'm like, wait a second, you're actually the food guy, so I can't even challenge you on that. I'm just going to let that be what it is, because you would know.
I used to be, now I can't even barely cook anymore.
Yeah, yeah,
it's horrible.
I hear that.
It's
that time, brother. What's the best way?
Now I have to cook naked on cam, so no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, because here's the thing that shouldn't go over anybody's head. Milfy, Gomez's wife, she is absolutely the star, but somehow, some way, this guy is in the content. And I just shake my head because it's like, I don't want to see your junk, Gomez. I don't know what the hell's going on here. It's like, why do you have to be in it? What are you doing? Why do you have to be it?
Just reminding you all that Mr. Gomez is just bigger and larger than everybody else, baby. No, I meant the attitude and the aura, not the fun and gun. You know what I mean? Not the offense.
See?
Jesus, I was talking about my belly and the opulence of it. Stop it! You guys are fucking perverts.
This is batting practice at this point, bro. I'm the jugs machine, and you're just fucking
batting practice.
Jugs
TPX
machine.
Black Magic, baby. Let's do it.
That's it. What's the best way everybody out there listening can sample some of the product that you have available these days?
Everything is at Milfy Zoomed In. Milfy Zoomed In. That is where everything is at. The only thing that is different is our actual OnlyFans page because it has been around a little longer than that branding, and that is at Zoomed In Cosplay. That's it. At Milfy Zoomed In or at Zoomed In Cosplay. Or just type Milfy Zoomed In into Google, and that is the easiest way to find us absolutely everywhere. Milfy Zoomed In. Zoomed In is one word.
Spell the Milfy for everybody, please.
MILFY space ZOOMEDIN.
Well, there it is.
Basically, Jack, Google it, baby. Google it, and you'll find everything from everywhere that we've ever done in our lives, open for everyone to see. Get it? It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor for life. Everything's open.
Well, Gomez, I'll tell you, man, you continue to be at the forefront of finding new and creative ways to keep the world entertained and I guess titillated. Is that a word that we can use? Titillated. So I can't wait to see what happens next, bro.
Titillated. It's because my wife has big cans. I like it. I like it a lot. I like them a lot too. They're very nice and big and big. They're so big. I'm thinking about them right now and not so much the show that I'm doing. All right, let me back up. So yeah, baby, we're here to, what did I say at the beginning of the show? We're just here to spread cheeks, not love. No. And got love? Okay. Wifey, what's your quote? Oh yeah. Spread cheeks, not hate. That's the quote. That was it, right, baby? Yes. You're welcome. My wife would say, we're here to spread cheeks, not hate. You're welcome.
Strictly for the culture every day. Step in style in your unique way. Patterns and colors so defined. All about the perfect line. Be yourself, let your spirit fly. In this fashion, you'll touch the sky. Strictly for the culture, brand so fine. Dress to impress and show your shine. Strictly for the culture, every day. Step in style in your unique way.
Visit www.strictlyfortheculture.ca.
Mr. Tony Schiavone, and we're desperately out of time on Duke Loves Rasslin.